Welcome to ICEF Monitor. I'm here with Michael Compitiello from the US Department of Homeland Security. Thank you for coming, Michael. When did your agency actually start working, and what were the reasons behind that?
Department of Homeland Security was formed after 9/11, the terrorist attacks, and the SEVP, Student and Exchange Visitor Program, was put into place to monitor foreign students that came to the United States.
And how do you do that? How do you monitor the students?
We have several ways we do it. One way is we have an electronic system called ICEF, and it's incumbent upon the schools, the universities, wherever they are, to monitor their students' progress and to let us know if they're attending class and things of that sort, and then we keep a record of what they're doing on a daily basis.
And why are you doing this? What's the thinking? What's the idea behind that?
Well, we found a big loophole before the 9/11 attacks in that we didn't really have a comprehensive way to track folks once they came to the United States. The ICEF program was the answer to that problem. It gave us a comprehensive way across the board for all types of students to basically monitor their comings and goings and their attendance in class so that we didn't have a repeat of the problem that we had during 9/11.
So right now, if I understand it right, we have the situation that the schools are responsible for the students. What are the most common mistakes they make, or what's important?
Well, some of the pitfalls schools can fall into is the lack of reporting things in the system. It's a partnership. Keeping this database going is a partnership between the government and the schools themselves. So we like to tell schools to put as much information as they can in the system. Where they get jammed up is if we're looking for someone to speak to them for whatever reason and there might not be an address of record, or they might have stopped attending class and they're not keeping the records up to date. That's the biggest pitfall.
And is there a site online, or where do I receive this information, how to update all the information about the students?
Well, we have an outreach program called Campus Sentinel, in that we're mandated to go out to all the different universities and the schools to give them a face and a name to go along with the system, and to educate them on how to avoid pitfalls and give them an open line of communication with us to report things that might not be going the way we want them to. So it just opens lines of communication between the schools and us, and everyone's kind of responsible for keeping up their end. For someone to come to the United States involves many agencies. A Department of State, who issues the visa, the CBP, the Customs and Border Protection Officer, would inspect the person when they came to the port of entry and allow them in. And then special agents like myself and the people that I work with would monitor to make sure that everyone's doing things the way they're supposed to do. Let's face it, a couple of bad apples can ruin it for everybody.
So Michael, as I understand, you have an outreach program and you're communicating quite a lot with this education industry. How do you do that exactly?
Well, our outreach program is called Campus Sentinel. And what we do is we go out to the local schools and the universities and the technical schools and the language schools, and we give a formal presentation with a slideshow. Everybody likes the PowerPoint presentation. And what we do is we let people know that there is a person, there are people locally that they can contact, that can answer their questions, and someone they could go to rather than calling a nebulous 800 number that goes nowhere. So the idea was to go out and reach people, give you a face-to-face, let you know the government's there for you to try to help you do business the right way, and tell us about those folks that you think might not be doing business the right way. We need to know those things. But it's always helpful to be one-on-one with folks and let them know that we're locally in the area.
How has the feedback been on that program? What are the results like?
We're getting very positive feedback from all the places that we visited. Some of them are just questions, and we field those questions to the appropriate people. But sometimes we're getting information about schools that may not be in compliance or doing things outside the box, as we say.
If you have one message to give to the schools in our industry and the people working in our industry, what would that message be?
The message would be that we appreciate the business that you're doing. It helps our economy. We're here to help you do business the right way and to avoid any problems that you may have because of lack of having someone to ask.
Thank you very much. That was very, very interesting, and ICEF Monitor will keep you updated.
Thank you,
Michael.
Thank you very much.